Hello all. It is Thursday, October 4th, 2018. My name is Doris and this is the Knit and Purl Podcast, episode 160. Thank you so much for stopping by and spending some time with me. I know the lighting is a little weird and awkward because I have a window right here, but it is overcast. I got a light right there and a light up there. I hope it's not too distracting, but I want you to be able to see all of the things I'm going to show you, which probably really isn't that much. Anyway, you can find the show notes for this podcast on knitandpurl-doris.blogspot.com, but don't worry, you don't have to remember that. There's a link in the down bar below. What else? In social media, I am One Fine Cow on Ravelry and Twitter. I am One Fine Design on Facebook and Etsy. And I am Doris M. Smith, all lowercase and smooshed together on Instagram. You don't have to remember that either. Click on the show notes. You go to the show notes and there are clickable links to all of the social medias and you can follow me there. There's also a link in the down bar below to the podcast group, which is the Knit and Purl podcast group, also linked in the down bar below and in the show notes. I do a birthday shout out for my podcast members. This shout out will be from October 1st to October 15th. And the birthdays are Ange in the East, who is Angela, her birthday is on the 7th. Mary Reads a Lot, who is Mary, her birthday is on the 8th of October. Betta Princess, her birthday is on the 10th of October. We have Elisa 203, who is Elisa, her birthday is on the 14th of October. And last but not least, we have Mo's Crochet, who is Mo. Her birthday is also on the 14th. So happy birthday, you all. I hope that you have a wonderful birthday. I hope that you get good fibery gifts, that you spend time with friends and family, that you get to do all the things that you want to do on your birthday, including being in your pajamas all day knitting or crocheting. Ooh, wouldn't that be wonderful? And please have and enjoy your version of a birthday cake. Happy birthday! So that just leads us into the October along. We will be knitting, be doing a pink along for Breast Cancer Awareness Month, which this is. October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. I also discovered recently that October is also Blindness Awareness Month. So I'll have to remember that for Ted and Mo and all the other people I know who are blind. So anyway, off track. I will be knitting the Survivor shawl, which you'll see in my whips coming up. And if anyone else chooses to also knit that pattern, will get 2 chances at winning this beautiful hand-spun, purple pinky hand-spun, purple pinky sparkly hand-spun. It is from, the fiber was from Anzula. It is Stargazer, it's the Stargazer base, I believe, and the theme is called Garden. I got 238 yards of a 2-ply beautifulness. So the winner will be chosen by random number generator. The rules are: you must be a member of the group to qualify for this prize. Start your project on or after October 1st and complete it and post it in the thread before it closes on Halloween. But truthfully, it will probably be the morning of October or November 1st that I do close it. Knit or crochet something that has at least 200 yards of yarn in pink, or something that is at least 50% pink. Chatters welcome and encouraged on the thread. Have fun, and as you knit, put in happy thoughts for those you know who are battling this disease or have won their battle. Winner will be chosen by a random number generator. The next podcast after the CAL or CAL closes. The Survivor shawl, I noticed I went into it. It only has like 17 projects, so it would be really nice for this designer if we like, you know, knit that pattern and bump her up a little bit. Okay, just a thought. So that's that. Story Weekend Stash Enhancement. I have no new stash. But we've been very busy. The weekend after the last podcast, Ted and I drove to Richmond, Missouri, because that was the closest to my hometown that had a hotel. So we drove down on Thursday evening. I went to the parade on Friday. All of us that attended rode in the homecoming parade, which was so fun. And it was so good to see all those people that I haven't seen in 40 years. And it was just a wonderful experience. Saturday, Ted and I both went to the potluck. Everybody brought a little something, and we, you know, got together and talked and visited and ate. And then we got to take a tour of the new school because it has changed so much since we were there 40 years ago. One of our classmates is a librarian there, and she gave us the tour. So many memories, so much fun. If you get a chance to go to a reunion, you need to go, because it was the most wonderful experience I've had in 40 years. And then last weekend, Ted and I took the camper and drove to Hermann, Missouri, which is a wine whatever in middle of Missouri, close to the middle of Missouri, not really in the middle. Anyway, we went and we camped at the city park, and we attended his great niece's wedding on Saturday. On Saturday. It was wonderful. Beautiful wedding. The weather was somewhat okay, but freezing. It was cold, which made for good camping weather. So that was a good weekend. I didn't get a lot of knitting done while we were traveling and out, but I did actually get a good amount of knitting done, just no finished objects. So if you follow me on Instagram, you will see the pictures of the reunion that I got, and pictures of the wedding, at least the wedding, the bride and groom. So follow me on those social medias, and you'll get to share in the behind the scenes of what goes on in my life. Okay. No foes, as I mentioned. So we're going to go ahead and go to works in progress. This might be a shorty, but yep, that's just the way it's going. So, first work in progress is the Chevron baby blanket, which is a free pattern on Ravelry by Esprit. I can't say it. Espace Trigot, and I didn't say it right. The yarn I'm using is Lion Brand Mandela in the Gnome colorway. My needles are an Addi Turbo US 5, 3.75 millimeter. And here, I'm not much further than I was the last time. Well, a little bit. A little bit. There's where I was. I got that much done. So, baby's coming in December. So, I better get to working on that. But I love it. I love the way the color is coming out, and I think it's going to be pretty. The next color after this pink, which I think the pink is never going to end, I'm going to kind of remind you of the colorway. Purple, green, like a teal, and another different color, lime green, and a yellow. I think it's going to be a very pretty gender neutral blanket for this baby who's due in December. And if it's not completed, the baby will get it when it's completed. So that is WIP number 1. And it's just in a crochet bag that I received as a swap gift. The next thing is, I'm not showing the log cabin blanket because I barely did anything on it, is the baby flax light that I am knitting. So it's modified because the flax is a free pattern. I used the stitch count for the flax, but I went up in needle size and yarn weight size. I did finish one sleeve, and I think I was like, I don't remember if I had finished the body of the sleeve the last time or not, or body of the sweater, but I did finish one sleeve. I did not do it to pattern. I thought it would be good to not, right now she could probably fit it fine, but 3/4 inch, we don't want all those sleeves down. And she probably, this is for Sophia, she probably will not be able to wear this. Maybe at the end of the winter this year. But there we have it. I have the needles ready to start on the second sleeve. So let me tell you about the pattern and the needles and the material. It's a free pattern on Ravelry by Tin Can Knits. The needle, I'm using Lion Brand Ice Cream in the grape colorway. The needles are US 6 4mm, and it's in my Knit Spin Farm bag. And this is what the yarn looks like in the cake. There will be leftovers. Maybe she'll also get a hat. That'd be cute. A hat and a sweater. And I'll probably buy a pair of purple leggings to go with this for her Christmas present. Okay. The next thing is also a flax that I'm knitting for me. I mentioned last time, again, the flax is a free pattern on Ravelry by Tin Can Knits. The yarn I'm using is just some Everyday Basic from a Walmart brand, Everyday Basic, in 3 colors. I am using US 7 and US 9, a 4.5 and a 5.5 needle. I'm using the stitch count for the extra large, but went up in needle sizes. I have not tried this sweater on, but I think it will be fine. Here is the sweater. I'm going to just lift it up and hope that you see that I have started the 3rd color. And that there is where I was last 2 weeks ago. And that's how much I got done. I'm almost done with I'm probably going to knit this color as long as this color. And it'll be down below my waist, which is what I like. I had these 3 skeins of yarn, and I had it in my head that I wanted to make a color block sweater in a pullover. And I finally, 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago, decided I'm going to knit what I want to knit. So that's what I'm doing. So as you can see, it's almost at my waist right now, but I wanted to go down deeper, so there's the sweater. I love it. And when I get finished with it, it could be a $6 sweater. And which I'm fine with, because, you know, I like the yarn, and the yarn is warm. And it knits up well, and it blocks well. And it's soft and cozy. Enough. Doris, that's enough of going on about that sweater. And the final thing that I'm showing is my Survivor shawl, which is a paid for pattern, which was gifted to me by a lovely viewer. Thank you so much. It is by Sarah Waller, and I probably didn't pronounce it right. Sorry. The yarn I'm using is Loops and Threads Kaya, which is acrylic. And the pattern is for fingering weight yarn. Well, this is not fingering weight, but it's like a light worsted to heavy DK. And isn't that color pretty? It's kind of a gradiated marled color. It's called Happy. I got 2 skeins. My needles are US 7s. I started with 6s, but I didn't like the gauge I was getting. So I just changed, you know, at the very tab. So it's no big deal, and I just changed to a 7, and I like the fabric I'm getting with the 7 a lot more. And let me get up close so you can see that. I hope I can show you the color changes. How about if I do this? I started it October 1st in the evening. And I do a little bit every morning and maybe every night. So my plan is to make, in the pattern, the medium size, and I went up needle sizes by 2. So the medium size, anyway, I should have enough yarn to make the medium size stitch count, but it's on bigger needles and, you know, the bigger fabric. So that's what I have so far. Let me get up here closer so you can see it. It's going to be like a gradiating marled in pinks and white. I love it. It's so pretty. So that's all of my, besides the log cabin, which, like I said, I'm not going to show because I got not very much done on it. So, spinning. I completed my first 2 ounces of the Mix BFL in natural. Mixed colors natural. I finished the first 2 ounces. So here it is on the bottom. I'm trying to let you see what it kind of looks like. It's in singles. Come on. There. Sorry about that. There it goes. That's what it looks like in the singles. This is what my other 4 ounces turned out, knitted up, or spun up like. I plan on spinning these and making a shawl, I think. Then, you know, at the end, coming in with another hand spun at the bottom. That's in my head. So Pinterest, I'm just going to show you with my iPad. I found on Pinterest, Okay, I can't do it that way. I have to go to Pinterest. Sorry, awkwardness. Come on. The top 10 knitting patterns for 2018. Click on the link. It's from bromefields.com. And we're just going to try to scroll through and see what they are. This one is called the Clarity Crop Top. This one is Altruism Crop Top Sweater. This one is Prudence Sweater. I like this one a lot, this one right here. It's called the Silence Sweater. Most of these are knit with bulky weight yarn. This is the Happiness Socks, also knit with bulky yarn. This is called the Meditation Cocoon. Now on this website, this is the only free pattern, the Meditation Cocoon. It's all knit, garter, you knit a rectangle, sew up the sides, and you have a sweater. A cocoon, it's like a large shrug type thing. This is called the Leadership Cowl. So one size fits all. The patterns are only like $2.99 if you're really interested in them. This one is called the Love Me Blanket. And if you can get in closer to kind of see the stitch pattern. I couldn't get it up close. Okay. And we have the Decisiveness Cocoon. That one's knit in stockinette with rib around it. A Friendship Headband. That's it. The top 10. The Friendship Headband was number 1, and going on and on and on. Anyway, if you're interested, you can click on the link, and I promise this time I put in a link. I actually put the correct one in. I promise. Anyway, at the bottom, in the bottom down below, the down bar below, and in the bottom of the show notes is a link to my Etsy store. Please go have a look around, like a few things, and if you see something that you can't live without, I will happily sell it to you and ship it to you as soon as I possibly can. Thank you guys so much for stopping by and spending your precious time with me, especially since there are so many more wonderful professional podcasts out there. But thank you for coming and spending time with me. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share, and please leave a comment. Talk to me in the bottom so I don't think I'm out here all by myself. And happy birthday to all who were on this shout out. I'll see you next time for the next episode of the Knit and Purl podcast. Bye, you guys. Bye.